Let me adjust my volume on this. Give me just a second. This is round three, y'all. I I don't know if I'm on edge or what, but I am not sitting back uh like this is not a big deal. Okay? I don't want to hear nothing about political speeches cuz I said I'm going to be affected. Didn't I say? I'm pretty sure I am somehow directly going to be affected by the shutdown. Nobody's getting a pass. I just said that but a couple hours ago. What, 4? What time was it? About 8? About 4 hours ago? I said it before I knew it and just found out. Just found out I knew it was going to hit my house. So now I went from, okay, one way to now I'm another way. Let's put some corrections out there real quick. Y'all gonna have to catch this on a replay because my head, I'm trying to wrap around how my son stands so calm. He's just like, yeah, I'm going out to eat later. Okay, this government shutdown, just about all of us, some way, either directly or indirectly, are going to be affected. That's too many people, 4 million people. I said that. Listen here. Those payments that we talked about earlier, people not getting paid. Yeah, you might have got the first payment today because direct deposit will run a day or two before. But I was correct when I said, well, what about the rest of the month? Okay? What about the payments that are distributed throughout the month of October? Should we count those into non-payment? Guess what? Guess what? They are not receiving payment. They've already been told. Now, this is coming straight from the United States Air Force because there is income that does come into my account from the United States Air Force. Hey, lady. Hey, lot of love. I just spoke with my son serving his country in Germany. Okay. He has no spouse at this time. So we do share one account together. And I am his proxy at the time for now. He just let me know when I found out about the shutdown. I hit him up. Germany's about 6-7 hours ahead of us. So, I know he probably couldn't talk, but when he could talk, he'd call me. He would say what he could. My son serves over there in the United States Air Force in Germany, okay, in a position that was listed. I said, okay, now if I talk to my son and he tells me he has to go to work and he's not getting paid, then I'm going to really be able to express my dissatisfaction with these people. Hi, Megan, again. Hi, all of you. He is not going to receive income. He received a check early for the 1st of October, a 2-day early direct deposit. Okay. And they have already been told they must report to work. This is the United States Air Force, and they will not be compensated, but they are to fill it out. Their duty. Okay, yes, that was listed and was said, but a lot of people think that, okay, that they'll still get paid for the month. Probably next month, the income will stop. That's what came up on my live. No. Payment stops now. If you hadn't already got it, you're not getting it. Now, if they're not going to pay the military, if the Air Force ain't getting no deposit and have already been set down for a meeting and told, look, this is what's going on with the finances. Figure out a backup plan. Get yourself together. Hopefully you've been stacking and not out here blowing your monies. But if you haven't, hey, y'all, buddy up, figure something out because we don't know when you're going to be releasing funds. I think that's pretty serious. I don't know how many people are somehow affected directly by somebody in their house is a military employee, a military serving this country, or government employee. It all trickles down to every last one of us, Dynamite. I see you. Hi. Hi, Dynamite. Welcome. I said it's going to affect us. I didn't want it to be this way. I, you know, but I knew when I saw air traffic controller, immediately my antennas went up. I'm like, well, that's over there with my son. That's what he over there doing. I just didn't want to be like sounding one sided, like forget all these other jobs. I'm looking over here looking at my son. He got to go over here and do security for this. He got to be on his job and be securing the skies for the free. He still got to do his job. Now, yes, they're going to get back pay eventually. No set date or time, and it's not looking like it's going to be a 3-day shutdown. They got to round up the military and have a conversation. So yes, the first checks might have made it into people's bank accounts, those that are government employees, but these second checks, they're not going to make it. That's how quick it went into effect. The third checks aren't going to make it. The VA, like I said, is closed. I just wanted to come back and add on to that. Um, I think he's taking it pretty well. I'm trying to figure out how he's just so calm about it, but then again, he's serving the Air Force and I'm not. All right. He's over there with planes and things, and I'm not. But it does affect our household. This is what I'm talking about. It will affect you somehow, some way. You don't have to be on a government program. You don't have to even work for them yourself directly. Somewhere around you, it's meant to hit you to where you feel it too. So yes, I do feel it, Dynamite. I absolutely do feel the frustration because my son does a fantastic job serving his country and is excellent with his monies, but he also doesn't do it for free. That's not a good feeling. And you have indefinite. Nobody wants an answer for how long. We don't know. Everybody not very good with their spending habits. This could I'm thinking about families putting a real bundle. I hope your direct deposit did hit early, or you just did wake up and didn't get your check on that day. Some people didn't. Everybody money didn't go through today. I confirmed that. So did everybody? Well, depending on what type of banking system they got set up, where they got to how quick their deposit goes through. He just happens to get his 2 days early. I forgot about that. I forgot his something like on the 28th will go through. But the others will not. So I just want to say that's very unfortunate. And I am sorry, not just for our United States military, but for all employees that are feeling the effects. I mean, dang. He doesn't have a family. I'm thinking my son, he's a young man in his 20s, you guys. He doesn't have a kid. He doesn't have a wife. He doesn't have a family and major responsibilities. He has his foreign car. Yes, he drives a foreign. And some minor things. He's not left to where what is his family going to do? How are they going to survive? So he's on the better end of it. But for those, that's not your average story. We got grown men and women out here whose families are going to be forced to face a financial hardship and still have to go to a job and put a smile on their face and keep their morale compass from wanting to just go off on everybody, because people aren't realizing why they're continuing on with their day-to-day BS politics and acting like it's no big deal. It's nothing. Oh, yeah, it is something. Are you getting your paycheck? Did you get paid? Did you go to work and receive income? Yeah, so should the rest of the folks. And I didn't even tap in on Child Care Resources, which is a government program that watches the children for free. I didn't even get around to that. They completely went over my head until I realized, oh, Are the daycares open? Because I could tell you right now, when I did open my daycare, you wouldn't be dropping your child off with me, and I knew I wasn't getting that child care resources check. I wouldn't have been going to the door this morning. Okay, the door would have not been. So I just wouldn't be answering the door because that's a lot to expect from some people to do. Watch children for hours while you're at work making a paycheck, and they're there doing it for free. So that's pretty serious. I don't know who has small children who would actually come out here and say, well, I get free daycare, I'm on child care resources. And yeah, those centers that are run by them just not even opening because 99.9% of the kids in there are all getting free daycare. I don't know who's going to come on here and say that and admit it, but that's how it is. You can't run a daycare for free. It's not going to do it. You can't pay those people. They're already making minimum wage. But like I said, my own son that I birthed, my eldest boy, okay, he over there in Germany working for free. Working for free. All because what? Well, the administrations can't get it together. So let's really hope that this doesn't just continue on more longer than it needs. It's unnecessary as it is. I find it unnecessary, but hey. And again, like I said, anybody who's talking about they were happy that this happened, I don't know what type of jobs you all work in. I'm not happy for anybody to have to not receive their compensation. There's nothing to be happy about. What lesson is somebody supposed to learn? What lesson as a people are we going to learn? See, some of those conversations didn't make any sense. What lesson? What are going to come out of this saying? Oh, well, yeah, people should get tired of stuff, living off the government. Man, please save that. The government's people still got to get paid. This isn't about all of that. This is about the 4 million people that are being laid off, shut down, no pay. And they ain't even being laid off. Some of them still reporting to work with a decent attitude, but this is day one and at the beginning of a pay period. Let's see how some people morale begins to go when it gets into the second week and payroll rolls around again. And then the third week, and then a month goes by and no checks are hit. And bank accounts or bills still got to get paid. I don't think the electricity company cares that, look, we're on a shutdown. Can you just stop running my power meter? I don't think it works that way. I don't think the dealerships care anything about this shutdown. They want to see payment, okay? The repo man, I bet you they still working. I bet the repo companies didn't get shut down. They're still out here. This is a wonderful opportunity for criminals and anybody who can take anything that you have come out here and work hard for. I don't find I'm not at all comfortable about it. It doesn't feel good. It just feels uneasy. It feels very uneasy. Okay. But hey, 3000. I don't have anything else to say. But it just doesn't. I haven't felt easy since I got up. The first part of the morning, I'm like, okay. And then I tried to. I've been trying to talk myself into being comfortable with what's going on. I can't. And then I was waiting for my son to respond back to me because he's the first person I would ask, like, son, you hear about our shutdown over here? And I mean, yeah, he's in Germany, but he's still the U.S. military. What affects us affects him. And I'm like, that's the first thing he told me. He still has to work, and I asked about the money. No, we won't get paid. And y'all know I'm mama, so I can go into details like, well, hold on a minute. When's the last, I can get in my son's pockets like that because, I'm not in his pockets. I'm trying to make sure that I understand where he is. So let's just hope this shutdown does not continue to go on and on and on. straining and draining and just putting people in a very uncomfortable state of mind. And it's just disappointing, and just I just find it appalling that these people out here that are serving us, and not only that, who are helping us live in some type of civilized society. Like I said, we have to have organization. We can't just be in chaos. And no, you guys, sorry, your tomatoes and your okra and all them gardens ain't doing nothing to help my son up over there in the Air Force receive payment. That does not benefit us one bit. They still eating in Germany. There's plenty of food to eat, okay? But where is your income? Because you sure are getting up. You still are working them 12-hour shifts over there. So yeah, I was kind of digging into that air traffic controller because I'm like, it's hitting a little close to home. It affects everybody some type of way. You don't even have to work for them. Let your child be getting something that helps you, make it a little bit easier for you, just strip from you. Ripple down effect. So I've already gotten a little slap in the face this morning from this shutdown. It has hit me directly. I do find it as a slap in my face. I do a very, very good job making sure everyone has their head above the water and have taught very great financial skills to my children. That's all pending that you have income coming in or something, some type of residual or some money in the bank. I never planned for, now if there's no income for an extended amount of time, this is what you're going to do. I didn't give that speech. Okay. I didn't. I just didn't give that speech. And surely not if you over there doing a job like that. So yes, air traffic controlling is still working. No, the United States Air Force isn't being received, will not be getting paid, along with the other people too. I don't know what else to say. I'm sick to my stomach. It's good to see you, 3,000. And for the rest of you all, I guess we'll just have to keep leaning on each other and hoping they will get in there and figure something out sooner rather than later. Okay? Sooner rather than later. So it's definitely confirmed. So, all right, that's a blow. That's definitely a blow. I gotta, I'm getting, I feel a type of way. That's all I can say. It all triples down. Y'all don't understand how many businesses are under government contracts. We're talking about constructors, construction workers, contractors, welders. We're talking about laborers. A lot of these companies and jobs are working under a government contract. You just halt their work, you just stop their pay. That's not going to feel good. And good luck, no point for applying for unemployment. That ain't work. That's shut down. That's really leaving people in a very distressed state of mind. I mean, it's just all the way such a turn off. I don't even want to talk anymore because I just know so many people who are their jobs are under a government contract. Even laborers under a government contract, drivers under a government contract, truckers under a government contract. A lot of work is contracted out, and it's good work and good paying work, but it just stops abruptly. It doesn't matter how well you did in your trade, how good you did in college. None of that stuff matters. Only thing that matters is what's in front of you. There is no income coming in at this time. And anybody, I don't care how much you got savings, will eventually, you keep pulling from your savings without putting anything in, it is going to run dry. You can't live off of savings forever. Savings are meant for, if something happens. It's not for if there's no income for the next 2 months. It's not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be for emergencies. So no matter how well you do in your fiscal your fiscal talents, Not many people can say, oh, it doesn't matter if I don't get a check from now until 2027. I'm good. Please. You're not millionaires nor billionaires, and even millionaires still, to stay a millionaire, got to keep having income coming in. So let's not try to act like somebody's set up that well. Income come in, income come out. Income don't come in, but it still got to come out. Whether or not it comes in is optional, but I bet you're going to have to spend it. Good luck trying to live in a world that you don't have to spend any money. And so I'm just not feeling very good about that. I don't want my son to be working without compensation any more than you want your son, or you should want your neighbor to work without getting compensation. All right? We don't want anybody put in that bundle, because that produces fear, emotions, anxiety, stress, a low morale. So, I mean, if you know someone, you should probably check in on them. Um, I don't think that you're above feeling it too, or getting hit some type of way. Everybody's going to feel this, but they made sure to include quite enough people. That 4 million on quickly. Next thing would be 4 billion. It don't take that long for 4 million jobs stopped to start affecting 8 million households. It already affect 4 million households. You think it can't double and triple? Like I said, quadruple. 16 million probably already. This won't felt it. I don't even want to talk anymore, you guys. Have a great day, or the best you can do with it. I'm so turned off right now. I'm super turned off, okay? Um, and salute to you individuals that are still getting up and going in and doing what it is that you agreed and signed up to do, particularly of service and military. I know we have some retired, but we have a lot that aren't retired. But we also have the ones that are retired that go to the VA for things, and I just don't want to see anybody all caught up. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. And I don't like seeing those with small children that don't have any other options. Okay? Nobody's babysitting anymore. People don't do that from COVID. No one's keeping your kids. So if the daycares are shut down and you're not a government job, you got a regular job, well, you still can't go to work. All over again. Here we go. All right, pray for our military. Pray for our dads. Pray for our moms. That this will end mercifully and as swiftly as possible, so they can continue on what they're doing with good conscience. Goodbye.